Welcome back, everybody. I've got me some strawberry runners here that I took off the plant. I've watched a few different videos, so I'm just going to try to do this. It says it's important about getting them into there. Now this little runner had a runner coming off of it, so I'm going to try to snip it and get this. This has got a really nice set of roots on it, actually. And it says don't squish them down, just barely plant them. And then I'll snip this off just a little bit, just enough to hold it in there. So I got this one, and I got this really little one, but it's got a root down there, so I'm going to try it. And it says to leave about 2 inches. And you can put this down in the soil, just like that, just enough to hold it. So there's that one. I've got this really nice big one right here that was a runner earlier. I found it this year. And then it's got a couple runners running off of it, like this one, so I definitely want to keep that one. So I'm going to trim this one off. This has got a really nice root system. It also has another runner coming, so I'm just going to take it off too. This I'm going to get in here. Try to get me enough. I don't want to try to push those down in there too hard, because it really said that these are pretty finicky. I was thinking they're just a weed, you know. Big runner, so I'm just going to take that end off. This has got a little runner on it, so I'm going to take that little runner off. We're going to put this over here. Try to set that just down inside there like that. Soil's moist. Just hopefully they'll set. I got another one right here. It's got a nice root set on it, 2 or 3 roots. I'm going to put this one down in here, just like that. Try just, I mean, this is my first time ever doing this, so that's what I'm going to be going with. This is a really nice one too that I found. Nice runner. I think I'm going to cut these little runners off though. Just kind of want to just barely get that down in there, and it says that this runner will hold it. You put the runner down in, or the little spike, the 2-inch that you pull off. This one right here has a little bit of root on it, so I'm going to keep it. I'm going to cut that little runner off and then do this like this. Try to see if I can't get it down inside there. So I'm going to stick this down and just barely put it in there. There's another one. Cut this little runner off. Little extra strings there. And then I'm going to make about 2 inches. And then I'm going to put this just down inside there like that. And then hopefully they'll perk back up. Here's another one. It's got some nice roots at the bottom of it. Got a little runner coming off of it too. So we're going to snip that so it can concentrate on itself and not trying to make other little babies. And we're going to put this down inside there. Just press it right down so it holds it like that. There's 3 more here. Yeah. I only got one more pot to do. I'm going to cut this little runner off. Make this just a little shorter. We'll get it down inside there and hopefully let it do its thing. Like that. I need another pot. I gotta grab 2 more. I'm just gonna go ahead and try to pot them up if I can. You know, because why not, right? These little 2-inchers, which will be okay. My goal is to grow these, get me more starts to do, and then next year I want to start a bunch of these if I find runners and start them and then sell them as plants is the goal anyways. So we got 2 more right here, and I've got 2 more. This one's got roots started on it, so we're going to try to get it in the soil. We can get it down in there. This has got some. We'll go just like that. The roots are just covered. And then I got 1 more here. This one is just now starting to get roots on it, so we're going to put it in there too, and hopefully it'll grow. Establish some roots. I seen one person doing this saying you had to bag them. I watched another video saying you had to do this or that with them. I had another video that told me to do them another way. And then I had 3 different videos I watched of them just snipping them. Saying at least they had to have the ball, and all these did. So there's my strawberries. I'm going to take them back down, and I'm going to put them up on my little greenhouse thingy there so they're in the sun, and just try to make sure to keep them moist and watered. But that's how I did my runners, and then we'll check back in a couple weeks to see how they're all doing. Or maybe every couple of days. So I got them over here, and this is where they'll be. So we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 12 runners as of right now. So hopefully everything will set itself and strive. So when I'll come back over here just to show you guys, there were, let's see, I see one right there, like this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stick it right down inside this, if I can get it down there, right here, and I'm just going to barely just stick it in the soil there. Oh, I just pulled it back up. I'm just going to barely stick it in the soil, because that's what I did to that one, that really big one. Here's one too that I missed. Right here's one. I could probably, and then here's one too that I put down in there. There's 2 of them actually. There's 3. There's 3 of them right there. They're coming off this plant. Here's one too. That's a pretty big one. That's a runner. There's a runner. There's actually quite a few runners in here. I'm just trying to make sure I don't. There's a runner. But I'm not getting them twisted. So that's a runner. That's a really nice one too. I could probably pull that one up. There's There's so many runners in here that I didn't even notice earlier. There's actually quite a few still that are in this. Like this one right here has got one running over to here, to this one. Or maybe that was one, I don't know. There's runners everywhere in here. That one's almost ready. I guess it's not. But they're doing fantastic. And this is what they are. Oh, it's an ever-bearing strawberry. So these are gonna bear strawberries for a long, almost till October, which is wonderful. Oh my goodness, I didn't even realize that. I knew having a second batch. Come on, there's one right there. Look at that. All you gotta do is just barely set it down in there, and it'll start. But yeah, my plan is to do that. Take those 12, plant them in another one of these, if I have one available by the time they're ready to be planted. And then pull, where's my other big one? Oh, that's where my herbs are. Let's see, I could put those other 12 right in there. And then next year, when they start running runners again, I can pull all the runners off both sets of these. Because you got to remember, that was just, I think I only got 9 plants, I think. Let me count again. Because this is what originally I had. 1, 2, 4, 6, 8. There was 10. 4, 6, 8, 10. So there's 10 plants that I planted in that. And there are way more than 10 plants in there now. Obviously. But that's okay. Because this, what it did was, when I seen runners coming off of it after I planted them a couple weeks, I was just pushing them back down in the soil, not thinking. I didn't even realize that that's what they were. I just thought maybe they were just growing new plants. I didn't understand that that's what runners were, establishing a whole new plant. And then I guess you're supposed to cut them off of the mother plant so the mother plant can do her job. And then it's like, wow, I just pulled 12 plants, runners off, and there are runners galore still in this, So that's wonderful. That's the goal. Thank you everybody for watching. Please subscribe if you're new. Thank you to all the new subscribers, and we will see everybody tomorrow. Till next time, God bless.